last year in Paris, and the Koreans won a silver medal earlier this year in Wembley. Both of these pairs losing out in World Championship finals to Hyun and Fu Haifeng, who earlier today pulled out of their men's doubles quarter-final. So Hyun and Fu Haifeng, who were the #1 seeds, four-time world champions, will probably end their careers without ever winning their home event, the China Open.
And youth receive. Okay.
There's Yu Young-sung, 25-year-old. His partner, just 24. Well, it's a mouth-watering prospect, isn't it? #4 seeds against the #5 seeds. And as far as Tan Boon Hyung is concerned, a left-hander, 24 years of age. His partner, 26, born in Subang in Malaysia, 31 and 13. Translates into just 2 finals this year. They won the Malaysian Grand Prix gold event and were beaten finalists at the All England Championships. Lost out to the Danes, Matthias Bohl and Carsten Mogensen. But they've looked pretty impressive so far here in Shanghai. So too have the Koreans. Go Sung-hyun, #4 in the world, 39 and 14, their win-loss record for the year. 3 finals. They've won 2 titles, the Swiss Grand Prix, which until this year was a Super Series event. In fact, won it for the 2nd consecutive year, and also won the Chinese Taipei Grand Prix gold event. So 3 finals this year for the Koreans, and that's rather ominous for Malaysian fans. 5 and 0 previous head-to-heads. Only once, in fact, has it gone to 3 games. That was in the quarter-final of the China Open last year. Last time they met, of course, was the quarter-final of the World Championships. Well, the Koreans were semi-finalists here last year. As far as the Malaysians are concerned, they reached the final here 2 years ago. Ian, are you surprised by the head-to-head record between these 2 pairs? They're 2 outstanding pairs. I'm surprised that it's 5 and 0.
There's been a lot of talk about it in Malaysia, that they're a bit of a jinx pair for them. Just a clash of styles, I think.
In what way?
Well, I think the Korean pair play the type of game that doesn't give any opportunities to the net player, which keeps Koo out of the game, which is probably the strength of the Malaysian pair, getting Koo into that front court position to take the attack for his partner. But this Korean pair, as we've just seen there, they like to keep the game flat. They don't give opportunities on the front court, and that sort of takes away the strength, probably the key strength of the Malaysian pair. Immediately we see this flat defense from the Koreans that pushes the Malaysians away from the net position. Look, here we go.
Well, it was after the Malaysians lost in the quarter-final of the World Championships to this Korean combination that, certainly in the newspaper reports that I read online as we look at Lee Yong-dae, the Malaysian pair refused to train under their former coach, Rexy Manake. But as you live and work in Malaysia, is that the truth, that it was really as stark as that they refused, or was it that everybody just came to the conclusion perhaps a bit of a change would be a good idea?
I think it was certainly led by the players themselves, saying that they felt they needed a change. They felt they'd worked with Rexy a long time and maybe hadn't progressed as much, and maybe they needed a change, and they actually requested to work with Pang, who's in the chair for them today. They wanted a change, they wanted some new ideas.
And of course the Malaysians employing a Korean men's doubles coach, two-time Olympic silver medalist. Is that right, Yu Young-sung?
Yeah, he's come in as an assistant coach to do a lot of the court work. Not a big surprise to me, because with Tan Kim Hee being made the head doubles coach, replacing Rexy in that position, he was of course a former national coach in Korea and had a very good relationship with him in Korea, worked a lot with him, has a lot of confidence in him, and that was his first decision to bring him in, get some different ideas on court, and also to try and counter this sort of situation against the Korean pairs. Give the Malaysians a bit more insight into how the Koreans work and how they play.
Now finds the line quite brilliantly. Goes Sung Hyun. Good rally.
Well, both pairs have set their stalls out. Both of them want to play a fast game. Could be quite spectacular if it keeps going like this. At the moment, no one wanting to take the pace out, no one backing down.
279, goodness gracious. Just under 174 miles per hour. He's a very, very powerful athlete, is Go Sang Hyun.
Very noticeable at the moment that the Koreans seem to be trying to play flat and quick on Tan, but Tan's really getting his racket up early on the mid-court at the moment. He's dealing with everything that's coming at him quickly. Very well. Yeah, again, trying to put pressure on Tan. Tan dealing with it, driving back. It's a good start from the Malaysians. They've got themselves in the game, which, to be honest, in that quarter-final in the Worlds, they never really got a foothold in it. They were totally dominated for the whole 2 sets. This is a much better start. It's a good serve. Oh, missed a chance though. Came up on his left-hand side. There's a left-hander who'll be disappointed missing that one. It was a super serve. Got the shuttle back where he wanted it.
It's just wide.
Interesting though, wasn't it, in that rally, Jill? It's the Koreans that are the first ones to back down. They put the slow drops in, they put a block in, a couple of slow drops just to break the game up.
Tan Hyun not ready.
Again, they're looking to go quick on Tan, but again, he's got his racket up well. He's covered it very well there. It's clearly a tactic they want to use, but so far it's not been very effective for them. Yeah, and as soon as Tan goes to the rear court and hits, the Koreans putting pace on to get past Koo, not letting Koo in on that net position. There we see using the quick defence, and Koo forced to turn to take the shuttle behind him and then off balance in defence. That's better from Tan. Pace off to the middle.
Oh, couldn't be closer at the mid-game interval. That's certainly better signs from the Malaysians than the last time they played against these Koreans.
Yeah, from the first half of the game there, certainly looks though the Malaysians have done the homework with some video. Tan's well prepared on the mid-court, really looking for the fast shuttles coming to him. And so far he's dealing with it well.
So just 1 point in it.
Short defence. Net player able to take one step out and intercept from the mid-court.
Yeah, that's nicely done. Drop shot from Kukian Kiat. Set up the rally. What'll be interesting to me, Ian, is to see whether the Malaysians can keep their intensity throughout the entirety of the match. A number of times I've watched them get into winning positions and they're not able to close it out.
Yeah, tend to agree with you, Jill. Last rally, another example. Korean's going fast at tan, but he's really dealing with it well. Looks as though he's done a lot of work on that mid-court play. Certainly his racket work looks quicker here than it has been. Coming back to your point, Jill, yeah, there's been a number of times this year, hasn't there, where the Malaysians have had good starts in matches and just not been able to keep the intensity high. They've had bad patches. I'd have to say, certainly the case in that final in the All England.
Yes, almost at times I think they get themselves into winning position and they get maybe a little overconfident or maybe try and relax because they think it's, you know, a tense situation, they're so close to winning, and then they relax.
Yeah, at times this year they've just been too happy to defend, haven't they? When really they're an attacking pair.
Yeah, definitely.
They're at their best, with Koo getting in and controlling the front court, Tan providing the power and the angles from the rear court. But at times they've just been too happy to let other pairs attack them.
Oh, he's only smashing that from half court. Both Malaysians taking on board some liquid. We've only had 13 minutes of play so far. Good return.
Yeah, good leg drive. Took it early on the net. Managed to get the shuttle going down. Yeah, I think the Koreans complaining they felt it was a double hit, and I did notice in the rally that Koo actually stopped at one point there. Looked to the umpire.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Quite a few times the Malaysians just been very short with defence. I think if they're going to lift, got to go a little bit higher, get past that interception, give themselves time to get organised in defence.
Oh, that's lovely. Great placement.
Flatten out the defence. Again, flat defence from the Koreans. Tan able to intercept at the left-hand side of the court there.
was desperately close, wasn't it? Hit the top of the tape.
Well, again, he'd be disappointed. That's 1 or 2 chances missed there after serve. Tan serves very well now. Just missing 1 or 2 chances on third shot. Be disappointed. Pushed up his left-hand side. Yeah, and that short in defence from Koo. He's going to lift. He's got to get deeper than that, look. That's half court. Probably better with the block there. Koreans were backing off.
Oh, that's landed on the line. Oh, well, the Koreans don't like the call. I thought that was...
Looked in.
I thought it was in too.
Right on the line. Yep. No doubt about that one.
Good smashing, good placement, good power.
Yeah, and there's the difference though. Koo got the good short serving and he was able to intercept the third shot. That takes the attack, creates the time for his partner. He finds good precision down the line.
Terrific rally.
Well, great intensity there from the Malaysians. Once they took the attack, Tan was able to keep it, kept the power on, but also hit with good angle as well as power. And that's the difference.
Oh, I'm surprised that the umpire is allowing the Malaysians a quick timeout here. Chang. Oh, it's landed in. Well, on a run of 4 straight points. The Malaysians with that terrific, flat, fast interchange. Great reactions. Well, that's clearly landed in. So now 2 game points to the Malaysians. Brilliant. Wow, remarkable. 5 straight points to close out the game. 21-18 confirms the umpire. Well, fast, dynamic stuff. 20 minutes of play. Well, that really was so much more positive than the last time they played against the Koreans.
Yeah, it's interesting. A couple of interesting tactical points there at the end with that run of points. I mean, it was about Koo being able to take the third shot and get the attack. I mean, he served very, very well short and then was able to intercept the third shot and made sure that he created the attack for his partner. I'm surprised that the Koreans playing short returns of serve to Koo. They know him so well, and he is a great front court player. I would have thought they'd be pushing through to Tan, so it's one to watch out for in the next game. But great intensity from the Malaysians at the end, that's for sure. Well, missed it, but same pattern. Koo changes the direction of the short serve, intercepts the third shot, and then just missed the next one. But good positive play after the service again.
Well, the luck of the net cord helped the Malaysians, but you have to say that Koo followed that forward.
Right.
Therefore was ready.
But he loves that. He loves that mid-court to front-court situation. And that's his area. And when he's on, he's as good as anybody.
Oh, confusion in the Malaysian camp. Got themselves out of it, though.
Yeah, that's great play. Yeah, Pang applauding that. You'd rather see two people going forward and making the error than nobody going forward. Both of them trying to get forward. Both of them trying to be positive. That's a good sign. Yeah, and this time the Koreans pushing past Koo. Not letting him take that third shot. At the moment, both pairs able to sustain the attack and win the points once they take it. So the battle is now who can get the attack after the first 2 or 3 shots. Yeah, and that's good play.
No, I don't think I've seen Tan Boon Hyun play as well as this for quite some time. He's looking very, very positive, very sharp.
Yeah, that's good play.
Oh, it's called good.
Oh, that must have done it. Going with first impression, it looked long, didn't it?
Well, Certainly Koo Kiat held his hand up as if to say it's gone long. Oh, no, that was on the line.
That's a very good call.
Very good call. Well done, line judge.
A little bit flat-footed there, Koo. He's been moving forward really well, and there he let the shuttle come to him. Keep those legs moving.
Well, they haven't had the best of time lately, this Korean pair. I remember them losing first round of the French Super Series event.
Same again. Koo a little bit planted, just needs to move forward onto those shuttles on the mid-court. Yeah, it takes time, but whichever teams get in the attack, they are winning the points, Jill. Even in a slow haul, in the men's doubles, you want that first attack. And the Koreans, it took them 8 or 9 shots, but they got there. It really is a battle on these first 4 shots as to who can create the first lift. Oh, you can't make mistakes from up there.
No. Six of the last 7 points the Koreans have won.
Yeah, from nothing really.
Yeah.
Malaysians playing well, and then suddenly just 1 or 2 attacks given away. Koreans build a little bit of momentum, get some attacking play going. And suddenly they've created a little gap. And that's that defense at the end of the first game. Wow. This is what we've seen so many times this year. Good start from the Malaysians, great intensity, and suddenly the fire's gone out, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Last 2 points, 2 poor errors from above net height. See there, Tan took the attack, and in the first game he was getting good angle and good pace with the first smash, getting his partner in position. There he takes the pace off, allows the Koreans to step up and loses the attack.
Well, that run of points, 6 straight points to be precise, comes to an end.
This is where the danger is. When Koo's serving, that's where the run of points came in the first game. Koreans pushing past him. Takes him out of the game. Tan forced it upwards. Koreans take the point. That's what I'm talking about. That first one, the steep angle, good pace, forcing the Koreans back, puts his partner in good position. That's a much better opening attacking shot.
Goodness, what was that?
Yeah, not on. Not on, and again noticeable that the Malaysians got the first attack, but couldn't keep it. And that's a key factor in this game. Well, some games going on from both sides on return of serve.
Yeah, telling both pairs.
Lucky to get away with that. Tan playing a clear. You don't see many clears in men's doubles.
No. Called wide. What is it about this lack of intensity throughout the entirety of a match? Is it just lack of focus, or is it partly fitness based, or what's the reason?
Well, there's a lot of talk in the Malaysian press as to it being fitness. I don't actually believe that. I think it's having the concentration to keep it going, the concentration and the mental force to keep the pressure on opponents. All we're seeing now is the Malaysians defend, and that's what we were talking about in the first game.
Yeah.
Good start, great intensity, win the first game. First 5 points of the second game are so important then, and they just relaxed. You know, they created a few attacking opportunities, lost the attack, and now it's all defence. It's one or two trick shots from Koo again.
Yeah.
As I say, the fire's gone out. Look, clear.
Clear.
I mean, that's
Just
poor.
Yeah.
It's poor, very poor play. They had every chance at the beginning of the second game. The Koreans were missing confidence. They were confused at the end of that first game. If the Malaysians had started really quickly in that second game, they could have dominated this match. As it is, it's going to take a big effort to get it back in the third now.
Backhand clear. Doesn't believe they can win this second game.
I don't get it, because even if you're going to lose the second game, keep your legs moving, keep some pace in the game, try some things. But I don't like this high clearing business.
No.
It's mental, it's negative, and then it's difficult to go from negative to positive.
Yeah, and the match has only been in progress 35 minutes. It's not as...
It's not...
It hasn't been, you know, very, very physically demanding. Yeah, they're having to work hard to get the shuttle on the floor, but 35 minutes is not excessive.
The problem's not physical for me, Joe. It's mental. It's having the ability to keep the pressure on, keep the concentration, keep the intensity high for 45 minutes to 1 hour.
So 8 opportunities to close out this second game, send it to a decider. have to say it's disappointing because, you know, when Koo and Tan are playing well, they're one of the most dynamic, exciting pairs on the planet. And that second game wasn't like that at all. So there you can see confirmation, it's 1 game all. We will have a third and deciding game.
끝날 때까지 예성이 네가 잘났다고 해서 스타트에서 끝이 아니야. 어? 확실하게. 에? FC 가자.
Well, at least the Malaysians have got a Korean coach at home listening to that. He'll know what they're saying. He'll be able to tell them what they were saying. The thing is now, I'm sure the Malaysians will come out. They'll try and play quick. They'll try and take the attack again because that's the chance to win. But they could have done that in the second game, having won the first. Kept the pressure on their opponents. They've let their opponents play. They've let their opponents gain in confidence. And now it's going to be a tough match to win. They can do it. As you say, they've got the talent. They've got the ability. But you've got to learn to play an entire match with very high intensity.
Well, I take on board, Ian, what you've just said about fitness levels and that the biggest problem is mental with the Malaysians. I have to say, I'm not convinced by Koo Kian Kiat and his level of fitness, whether it's as good as the Koreans.
Yeah, possibly, but I don't think this has been a particularly physical game so far.
No, it hasn't. And, you know, that's what we were talking about at the end of the second. I mean, it hasn't been a particularly long match so far. But there's signs to me that Koo's trying to play an outrageous winner because he doesn't want to have to work hard or doesn't want the length of rally. Goes in the clear again, a couple of clears, 3 clears, 4 clears, 5 clears.
Well, Malaysians won it, but I mean, one point you make is right, Jill, that definitely that the Koreans won't mind that long rally, and they're perfectly prepared to come out the next rally and play the same long rally again. Whereas you're right, I have the feeling the Malaysians really don't want to do that. But I still think it's more mental than physical, I have to say.
I don't disagree with you. In fact, I agree with you. But, you know, I look at the... well, that rally certainly took its toll on all of them. But, you know, I just feel that there's signs to me, there's tiny little signs that the Malaysians just don't want to be playing these long, hard rallies, and therefore they're going for things. And if it works, it's terrific. If it doesn't, well, at least they haven't had a long rally because they make an error.
It's a good serve. Tan has served well. Doesn't always take advantage with the third shot, but the serve's very good. And again, you can't expect to be winning those points from defence. You've got to try and turn it. I always think the first shot in defence is so important, Jill. Whatever you do with that first shot dictates the whole rally. And now there's no attempt to regain the attack with the first and second defensive shots. It's just a question of putting the shuttle back into play.
Well, it was almost as if he meant to jump but didn't jump properly, and therefore his timing of this final drop shot was all wrong.
Yeah, he decided he was playing a drop and didn't really get up as positively as he would have done and taken it as early as if he was going to hit the smash. That's better. That's what you want to see from Koo. You want to see him going from mid-court and looking for chances to get forward.
Yeah, because that's where he's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. I think the coaching was clear there. No blocks in front of Koo. You go over him.
Return of serve right onto the racket of Tan Boon Hyun, a left-hander. It's almost as if he forgot that he was a left-hander for a moment there.
That's a good point from the Malaysians, though. Good attack. It's a good serve again. Koreans have lost a little bit of force, haven't they?
Yeah.
Not smashing as much.
That's a good rally.
But if you keep the attack long enough, you win it. And that's what they did there. Good serve again. Force the flat return. Koo stepping onto it this time. putting pace on, going through the net player. Good attack from the Malaysians. That's the frustrating thing, isn't it? When they take the attack and they play with intensity, they look so good.
Oh, he's hit one at 279 already. Be understandable if wasn't using quite as much power now.
Well, this game, as with the men's singles, is going a little bit with ends, isn't it? Both pairs obviously finding it easier to attack from the far end, where the Malaysians are playing now.
Very deep in his defensive stance, Hyun. Oh, there's an awful lot of volume coming from the Malaysians. But they have the advantage as they change ends in this deciding game. 3-point advantage. So the question mark, Ian, is can they keep this going, keep this intensity?
Well, they've found intensity again, and they're serving and returning so much better than they did in the second game. Question would still be why they didn't do this in the second game. Because it's all around the serve and return at the moment. Both of them are serving very, very well. And if they take the attack, they can get through.
Unbelievable. Well, emphasising your point, Ian, that if you get on the attack, as long as you can keep it, eventually you will win the rally.
Well, yeah, Malaysians had a couple of chances there, actually, and they gave the attack away. And when the Koreans got it, they kept it for, what, 11, 12 shots?
Yeah.
It hurts, but it wins. fully committed to that finish there. Ko's really struggling now from the rear court. He's not getting off the ground, not able to create any penetration at the moment. That's a poor shot. Never really got off the ground, did he, with his jump?
Yeah, well, maybe all my theory about the Malaysians not being quite as fit as the Koreans, maybe that's going to be disproved in a minute.
You just have the feeling there's a long way to go in this one. As I say, what the Malaysians have done, they've been able to pick up easy points on serve throughout this game. They have served exceptionally well. That's a good return. Interesting. Has there been a flick serve in this game? I don't think there has.
No, I don't think there has. Yeah, that's what he loves doing.
Yeah, and again, tactical error from the Koreans playing the block in front of Koo. That's what he likes. He likes to be able to move on to the shuttle. And he'll be looking for third shot here. That'll be serve. Oh, there's the flick.
That's a good rally.
It's a dangerous game the Malaysians are playing again. Happy to play counter. Just still feel they're giving their opponents too many chances to attack. Not trying to convert early in the rallies.
Oh, back level. Next couple of rallies are absolutely crucial. Good
pressure from Tan in the rear court again, finding that good angle to the centre of the court, which has been very effective. That's a good drop, but you can't make those mistakes. He created a lot of time for himself there with the good block to the middle.
Well, whilst the umpire is saying, or rather placing some of the blame, most of the blame on the Koreans, I have to say, it has become a feature of badminton now that players do make their opponents wait an awfully long time before they say they're ready to receive the serve. And there's faults on both sides, if you ask me.
Yeah, there's a little bit of gamesmanship from both sides going on here. A little bit of battle of wills. Yeah, poor choice of shot.
Back into the lead in this deciding game for the first time since they were 3-love up.
Well, again, attack wins. You've got to win that battle of the first 2 or 3 shots. You've got to take the attack.
Yeah, and I suspect these 4 straight points may well be quite critical.
That's better. Better from the Malaysians. You've got to hunt the shuttle on that first 2 or 3 shots.
That's a simple error. He played so well at the beginning of the match, didn't he?
That's mid-court, on his forehand side, above the net. Got to do better than that. That's a great shot. Great shot. Good angle there. Good angle there. And this time finds the space. Good play. That's what we're talking about, Jill, maintaining the attack. He hit 3 times with good angle, and what happens? He creates space, hits the space, wins the point. Doesn't have to be the big power play, but you must keep the shuttle going down. We'll see again, no big power from the Koreans, but good intensity. Shuttle coming down. Once they get the first one going down, they keep it going down, and eventually they get through.
It's 2 points away. My second consecutive semi-final here at the China Open.
Court 1, mixed double. Georges, Amitabha, Thailand. Wilson, Patterson, Denmark. Umpire.
You feel it's Koo that's got to make it happen at the moment, don't you? He's got to stand up and take the responsibility here.
3号场将要进行的是男子单打对阵双方，陈金中国、陈龙中国、陈慧仪杭州。
No, he wasn't able to do it. And now, after an hour and 3 minutes, 3 match points to the Koreans.
Service charge, Ning, China.
Yeah, first time of asking. Well, it did actually develop into a wonderful quarter-final encounter. Well, the umpire confirming the score. Well, a bit of an argument in the crowd there over the shirt thrown in by Yu Yang-sung. Excellent stuff. Well, I guess the Malaysians can take heart from the fact that that was a much, much better performance against the Koreans than the last time that they played against them. But for the Malaysians, it's their 6th consecutive defeat, because victory to Hyun